Thank you very much, Margaret. My mummy, Jerou, has taught me the essence of the different faiths and beliefs in the world. And we have a deep respect for all that is good in different faiths, beyond faith, in science, in good governance. So, in different aspects of existence, including nature. My background is in neuroscience, in stem cell regeneration, and in learning and memory.
And
environmental studies before that. And as I study the faiths, increasingly, the emergent property of what I see is what I've been taught by my parents since I was very little. And that is in every breath, in every good deed, in every good thought. If we can do our best, then we can actually rest, be at peace, knowing that we have done our best to help other people bring out the best from within them, while nurturing the environment so that the next generation still has the best resources from the divine to do their best. And in doing so, this intergenerational knowledge helps us preserve what we have received from our ancestors and pass it on, growing it as we do so.
After alignment.
In the Zoroastrian faith, I'll give you a little background and then hand over to my mummy for some contemplative practices. In the Zoroastrian faith, what one observes is that it is a path of peace and regeneration. It involves the idea that starts with the mind, good thoughts, which is called humata, good words, called hukta, and good deeds, called vrashta. This triad of good thought, good word, and good deed drives an energy, a fire within us that transforms the mind, and through this self-transformation of peace helps us transform the world. By bringing out the best in everybody around us and everything we utilize with care and respect. Today we are here with another triad, the Iona community, alignment, the interfaith contemplative practices, and the week of prayer for world peace in this first of the series in this week, where each faith will bring to each one of us something that we can contemplate on. The original Zoroastrian faith before the prophet Zarathustra was called the Mazda Yasni Din. Mazda meaning wisdom, Yasna meaning action. So the veneration of wisdom through action. But the world became full of dissension, destruction, angst, negativity. And Prophet Zarathustra, at a very young age, went into seclusion out of choice, spent 10 years in reflection, and arrived through this contemplative practice with Ahura Mazda, which I will explain to you the concept, and realized that what he had arrived at could be spread to all peoples of the world. And they in turn were asked to spread this to other people, to regenerate the goodness once again. And that is the foundation of what is called Mazdayasti Zarathushti faith, the faith that was given by Zarathustra to reform the existing Mazdayasni entity. The foundation for this faith is to build peace and harmony within oneself and then share it with others to build happiness. So a happiness that comes from doing one's best and spreading that to others so that they can do the best for all. So a few definitions before I hand over to Mummy. Zoroastrians believe in Ahura Mazda. Ahu means existence. Ra means that which guides. Maz, in the word Mazda, Maz means great. And Da means the gift, the wisdom. that comes from that contemplation, that dialogue with one's conscience, which connects one to this great existence. So when Zoroastrians believe in Ahura Mazda, they're believing in the great wisdom that guides existence. And Zarathustra gave a definition. The prophet said, I acknowledge within all creations this Ahura Mazda. I see this Ahura Mazda within my inner self. The reference for the first phrase, acknowledging it in all creations, is in Yasnaha, that's the verse, 43.8. And manifesting it within one's inner self is from 43.5. So once this is acknowledged, a Zoroastrian goes through life venerating and seeking to harmonize with this great wisdom, which now we know is seen in all creations and within one's self. And the way of venerating it is through good thoughts, good words, and good deeds, while nurturing the energy, the fire, the light within themselves and within others and within all of nature, all of creation. So yes, Zoroastrians venerate through this fire, this light, this energy, that power, that divine power that connects us all so that we can all progress together in peace, harmony,
through all the elements. Through all the elements.
Absolutely. And through all elements. So Zoroastrians worship this Ahura Mazda.
There's water, fire, air.
So through all these
plants
elements.
And animals.
Plants, animals, fire, water, and air. Zoroastrians seek to utilize them, but with respect, nurturing them and returning them back into nature, refreshed and regenerated. This path is based on truth and purity of the mind, body, conscience, and the environment, which thus leads to peace, happiness, and a state of bliss, a peaceful existence called Ushta, which encompasses peace and happiness for all, a sort of love for all of creation, the inner self inside themselves, the inner self within other creations, and the earth itself. So in this verse, which I hope will play in my mummy's voice, we will hear the verses, the prayer that states, with hands uplifted to pray and to help others, we uplift our hands. I pray to the Mazda, this great wisdom of creation, in my mind, which is foremost, which is beneficent, and with righteous deeds and the wisdom of the good, peaceful, loving mind called Vahumana, we seek to please the essence of all creation.
Ayayasa Nimanga Ustano Sasto Rapidraya Manius Mazal por mim Spentaya Ashal Vispen Shona Wangeus Kretum Manango Ya Snevisha Keusha Urbane Ayayasa Nemanga
So before I hand over to my mummy to take us through a contemplative practice that will help us achieve this, I'd like to share with you the essence of two verses from Prophet Zarathustra's words that are recorded in the Gathas. So what is prayer as I understand it? it is seeking to venerate this energy through our good thoughts, good words, and good deeds. Therefore, a prayer is something that can help me channel that energy, that power, which is in the existence, which is inside me and within others, and somehow resonate with everything so that we can all progress together. This key word is progressing together in peace and harmony, which is called frasho kereti, this phrase that's at the bottom. It means progress through righteousness and purity, frasho, to progress through righteousness and purity, through good actions. It is interpreted as a form of refreshing existence. But how does Zarathustra see his role? And thereby, if we resonate with him, how do I see my role? He says in this prayer that is actually a litany to the fire, but a fire, not just a fire outside, but a fire within the mind, called the Atarshnyas. It says, with every breath, with every moment of my life, I dedicate my breath and my good mind to this Ahura Mazda, this great wisdom that guides creation. And I dedicate it to building wisdom. I dedicate my every word and action to the purity of mind, body, and soul through the conscience. So here you have the Trinity: good word, good mind, and good action, given a purpose for progress of the entire collective with the development of each individual in a state of happiness, a state of bliss, a state of peace, through which builds wisdom and progress. So it's not a static path. So as a neuroscientist, this concept of every breath is the foundation. So I'm now going to request my Mother Jerou to guide us on how we can channel the breath to regulate the mind, to guide the hormones and neurotransmitters, so that we achieve that peaceful existence, the good word and the good action, for the good of all. Over to you, Mami.
Good evening, everybody. Karishma just spoke about the breath. Zarathustra dedicated his entire life's breath to Ahura Mazda, meaning to say that he dedicated himself in thoughts, words, and deeds to please Ahura Mazda, to please that divinity that is within him. We all have that divinity within us, which we can reach through our breath, through our conscience, through our minds. When we listen to that voice, the Sarosha, the voice of the conscience, when we hear that, not just hear it, but listen to it intently, we can live a very beautiful life, full of good deeds, good words, and good thoughts. It is with thoughts that everything starts. We have about 60,000 thoughts a day. With each passing thought, if we could give attention to our deeds and our words, we would become divine ourselves. There is no stopping us from being divinities. We have to just pay attention to our conscience. And that is achieved by your breath. When you breathe with attention and try to listen to the voice of your conscience, you can lead a perfectly good life. You cannot go wrong in any way because your conscience guides you the right way. But when you stop listening to it, the conscience gives you warning once, twice, third time it stops talking to you. Once and for all. Then you're on your own. Therefore, the very first time you get that warning, listen to it. Pay attention to it. Breathe with all your good thoughts. Every breath you take, concentrate with a good thought. Now to tell you how to breathe, that everybody breathes. They don't realize how they breathe. When you're in an anger, a rage, you tend to breathe very fast. When you're happy, in a good mood, you breathe slowly. You are at peace with yourself, with your own mind. And that is the way to breathe. If you have things in your hands and you're given something beautiful like a piece of jewelry or something, you're surely going to drop what you have in your hands to grab that, isn't it? With both hands. Therefore, when you breathe, you first remove all the toxins that are in your body by breathing out. You throw away all that's unnecessary to get something beautiful, to get a fresh breath in. And the way to breathe is by breathing out first, and that breath has to go all the way from your abdomen, from your diaphragm. Diaphragm is the big muscle that separates the chest from the abdomen. Now, when you breathe out, you concentrate at this point, which leads to the pituitary and the pineal gland. Now, if you draw a line straight inside and drop it from here, another line, where they intersect is your pineal gland. That is the seat of the soul. It's supposed to be the seat of the soul that guides you, that helps you, that guides your conscience. And when you breathe and look at that point by raising your eyes within your eyelids, closed eyelids if you want, or you can even keep them open if you can concentrate better. And think good thoughts as you breathe. Think of all the beautiful things. Think of nature. Think of good deeds. Think of love for other people, for yourself. First yourself, then other people. Only if you can love yourself, you love other people. And when you spread that love, it becomes universal love because it's like a chain reaction. You love somebody, somebody loves somebody else, somebody loves somebody else. Same with the smile. When you give one smile, it spreads a chain of smiles, and everybody is happy, everybody is relaxed, everybody is at peace. So now you start breathing out. Let us breathe out right up to from our abdomen, right up to our chest, our throat, and out through the nose, not through the mouth. Now breathe in. Now you breathe out 8 counts to start with. Breathe in 4 counts and pause for another 4 counts. Breathe out. By raising your abdomen, you're pushing out all the air. With that, all your toxins are out because of the interchange of the blood and the air in your lungs. So breathe out. Breathe in. Attention here. Ears are blocked. You don't have to pay attention to your ears. Think beautiful thoughts. Get lost in them. Breathe out. Breathe in. Now, between the breathe out and breathe in and the pause, during that pause, you can achieve your enlightenment. But you have to do it very sincerely. And when you do it very sincerely, slowly the enlightenment starts. Vivekananda got his enlightenment within the first breath. The very first breath he took, he got his enlightenment because his was a very meditative soul. He thought of nothing else but the divine, and he became divine. There are lots of human beings who have become divine with good thoughts, good words, and good mind, good deeds. It's not just talking that gives you good deeds. You have to act on it. A good religion teaches you to act as you think. Act in a wise way as you think wisely. Think beautifully. This is the first breathing exercise. Now, the next breathing exercise will teach you to throw out more toxins. And that you achieve by just breathing out and breathing out and breathing out and breathing out without taking in any breath. That breath will come in automatically. When you breathe out and throw out, concentrate on throwing out all that is false with you, wrong with you, evil with you, whatever there is that is wrong with you, all the toxins in your body, all those people who are taking medicines are very toxic. Keep throwing out everything with every breath you throw out. And all that has to come out from your abdomen. Think that you are emptying a well which is dirty and taking in clean water automatically from within. Let's do it together. Now concentrate on this point, eyes turned slightly upwards. Keep your hands in any position you want. Either you want to close your hands like this on your waist, or you want to keep them open like this, or you want to use any mudras. Mudras means you have a papilla at the tips of your fingers where the nerves end. There are several actions that you can do with your fingers, which I'm not teaching you now. But if you hold in this position, you silence yourself, you are at peace with yourself, just the thumb and the finger. This is the first mudra, which helps you to be at peace. And if everybody is at peace, there'll be no problems in this world. So hold your hands like this, either upward, downward, or on your lap. wherever you feel comfortable. Basically, you should feel comfortable with whatever you do. Only when you're comfortable, you're at peace. When you're fidgeting, when you're uncomfortable, you cannot be at peace. Therefore, hold your position. Now, all you have to do is to breathe out. But how will you breathe out? Keep your tongue on your palate. For every breathing exercise, actually, you lift your tongue and put the tip of the tongue on your palate. Close your mouth. Calm down. Now, all you do is to breathe out from your nose and breathe out from your nose and breathe out from your nose. This will build your stamina as well. So keep your spine straight. Keep your head erect, but comfortable. Don't strain. Don't stress. Just relax in an upright position. Don't bend your back. You can take support at the back. Be comfortable. Now, let's start breathing out. Don't let your body move up and down too much. 1 per second, 60 per minute. Don't go faster, don't go slower. Keep doing it till you can do no more. Each one will have one's limit. Whether you can do 50, you can do 40, you can do 10, you can do 20, you can do 100. It's up to you. But slowly you will develop the counts and you can go up to 15 minutes. That's the limit. But that will come after years together. Not in 1 year will you achieve it. Then comes the next exercise, where you breathe in and out through each nostril. Now, talk about the brain.
So this is the last contemplative practice we're doing today. And we do this knowing that the two sides of the brain can be connected through the corpus callosum. And when the activity is synchronized, it maximizes the person's creativity, problem solving, allows a person to develop such that they build that self-esteem and a persona of peace through the activity of the right and left hemispheres being in balance. And this can be regulated, and this cerebellar activity and cerebral activity can be regulated through one's breathing because of the base center at the cerebellum in the medulla oblongata being able to regulate the heart, the vagus nerve, and the brain, and through that, the entire physiology of the body.
We have two parts of the brain, left and the right, reason and logic. When you breathe in through your left nostril, the right part of your brain gets activated, and that is your creative mind.
Generally.
When you breathe in through your right nostril, it's the left side of the brain, that is reasoning and logic. So when you breathe in through each nostril, you're activating the opposite side of your brain. Now let's start with breathing out first. Now during the daytime, in the morning if you're doing it, you first start with the right nostril. In the night, evening, you breathe in through your left nostril. And if you want to go to sleep and have a good night's rest, all you do before you sleep is to close your right nostril and only breathe in and out from your left nostril. Breathe in and out from your left nostril. You'll get very good sleep. But to activate both sides of your brain, you start with, in the morning, right nostril, in the evening with the left nostril. Right now it is evening for us here, so I'll start with the left nostril. And keep your thumb on the other nostril like this. Now, all you have to do is to close the whole nair, and breathe out from your left nostril. Now you breathe in from your right nostril. Hold for a second or two. Breathe out from your left nostril. Then breathe in from your left nostril. And breathe out from your right nostril. Breathe in from your left nostril. Breathe out from your right nostril. Breathe in from your right nostril. Breathe out from your left nostril. Breathe in from your left nostril. Breathe out from your right nostril. In between, you have a pause during which you can get your enlightenment again.
Thank you very much, Mummy.
I want to give the rest of it also.
We don't have the time today. Maybe another time.
You got half an hour.
We finished at half an hour.
Okay.
So to conclude.
Now, I'd like to tell you that the fire in your body is your breath. When you breathe, you get oxygen. That mixes with the blood in your lungs and produces oxyhemoglobin, which is the red color of your blood, which produces the heat in your body, the fire in your belly, and you are more active and alert that way. For that, I shall sing you a small line, one line, which says, Ushta Amai Ya Amai. Ushta Amai Ya Amai. Ushta Amai Ya Amai. Ya Amai. Ushta Kamai Chi. Ustamai Yamai Suktene Jeti Sukh Bijane Suktene Jeti Sukh Bijane Ustamai Yamai. It means with the fire in your thoughts, your mind, your body, you get the pleasure and happiness which you can spread to other people. And when you do that, automatically you feel happy again. And that brings peace to the world if each one of us in this world does that. So each one teach one. And that way we produce a chain of peace and happiness all over the world. Thank you.
Thank you, Mummy.